The icon is back. Pixar's poster child, none other than Todd, the Pizza Planet truck. I'm just going to say it right off the gate here. If you don't know, the Pizza Planet truck appears in every Pixar movie at least once, sometimes more than once, in some capacity. Now, obviously, when he appears in the Cars movies and Cars on the Road, he has eyes and he's an actual character, but in most of the other ones, he is just like a regular car. Like in Toy Story, he is a vehicle. It's not like a sentient creature in all the Pixar films, if that wasn't obvious already. But yeah, it's super cool. I love that Mattel leans into that and makes him a very special release. Now, he obviously is just being released as a normal single, but that is rare. He was first released in 2009. This is his original 2009 release, one of the rarest cars from that year. And then he got re-released in 2014, which was very similar to the 2009 version, and therefore both of them kind of devalued each other, a little bit of cannibalization there. Then 2017, for the Cars 3 debut, Walgreens exclusive in the United States, they released a clean, immaculate version of Todd, obviously contrasting the dirty, rusty version that they had done before. Now, Todd appears in Cars 3, but as a demolition derby racer, so it kind of didn't make sense for him to be clean. If anything, he should be like way dirtier and dented up. So I always found that weird. Then they did a mini racer version of him a couple times, which is also pretty rare, obviously. And now he is back in the final case of 2023 singles, Case M. And if you don't find him this time around, well, you're in luck, because they're actually including him yet again in 2024 singles Case A. They're carrying him right over. It's not probably technically going to be a 2024 release, but rather just a carryover from the previous year. They do this in Hot Wheels, and they've started doing it now with the Disney cars, even though it's something they never really used to do. Tomica is also coming out right now with their own version of Todd that I hope to review soon, and the Disney Store has done a couple of versions of their own as well. See, this is more of the Demolition Derby version because it is all muddy, like the tires are completely caked in mud and whatnot. So yeah, everyone loves Todd. You know, the companies do, because we do, and we buy him. He's super special, iconic. I'm telling you that he'll be rare. He'll fly off the pegs. The first car to go from Case M and probably Case A of 2024 will be Todd, and that's why Mattel knows they can get away with not putting any new cars, technically, in either of those cases, because the re-release of Todd is just that special. Now, re-release, but this is his first time from Thailand, so it is technically a new variant, and that is why we're here today. That is why I have a reason to review him, because he is going to be quite a bit different from the Chinese version. He actually looks more like the Demolition Derby version. He looks a lot dirtier, so I'm excited to get into it. Check out my review, my whole unboxing / breakdown type thing. Not really unboxing, but you know what I mean, of Case M. Link in the description below, and card suggestion pop up in the top right-hand corner. In essence, it is a case unboxing. But yeah, here you have the art for Todd. He looks awesome. Not the art that we're, fully used to. I've seen, some other different poses of him, so it's always nice to get some variety there. But he looks great on the Red Rider's background. Will definitely stand out on the pegs. And yeah, same with the diecast here on the red background instead of the white background that they are phasing out. You won't see too many of those as we move forward here. On the back here, you have a bunch of other awesome Cars 1 releases, especially later on in the year. I'm very happy that they continually changed up the card backs, because in 2023, or 2022 rather, they kind of stopped. They were like, all right, yeah, we're halfway through the year. Let me just keep showing you guys stuff that was released in February. They did not innovate. They did not change up the card backs to show you, okay, this is kind of like the June, July stuff. Nope, everything was just kind of old. This, however, very accurate. Johnny Blamer has been in some of the recent cases. Jay Schuster was in the last case, Case L. So was John Pitts. Dexter Hoover with Green Flag has been in Case K. Lizzie and Fillmore have been popping up quite a bit this year, especially Phil Dog there. And yeah, guys, always looks weird, though, that they don't have someone in that corner there. Either you put a choking hazard there, or you got to have a car there. Like, it doesn't look right. Like, here you go. Here's an example where they put the 7 on there and it looks natural. It's just so weird seeing an empty spot there. I'll probably say that until the end of time. But yeah, I'll be right back with this guy opened up. Pains me a little bit because I don't have another one yet, but I trust that I will, and this one's not on the best of card anyways. So let's do it. Here is Todd, the Pizza Planet truck, all opened up. He looks awesome, and he also has a matte finish, which I was not expecting him to have. We'll get into that in just a sec, but there he is in the first Cars movie. His only appearance in Cars is toward the end of the film, just before the start of the final race at the Los Angeles International Speedway. He's up there kind of in the press area with Bob Cutlass, Daryl Cartrip, and Elvis RV. A whole bunch of fans are kind of doing like a pre-game show, obviously, and he makes his appearance there. In Cars 2, I believe he appears a couple times. Nothing too iconic in that movie. He is at the Radiator Springs World Grand Prix alongside Mia and Tia, and Minnie and Van are there too. Unfortunately, they never did release like a Cars 2 quote-unquote Todd the Pizza Planet truck like they did the Cars 3 one. Cars 3, like I said, Demolition Derby. Now, in Cars 2, I say he appears multiple times because if you look in like the Tri-Pitch poster, he is in that like several different moments, I believe. Especially there's like a London encounter. So he might in the like movie itself really only appear once, but whatever. Todd, he's just magical. He's majestical. He pops in when he wants to, and that's that. I have to say, this variant of him is already winning me over, and I haven't even looked that deep into him. First off, the expression just looks better. The eyeliner really accentuates his smile, and like the yellow, yellow on white, like it just kind of blends all in together. So I have to say, that looks a lot better to me, and he looks far more realistic and grimier. Like the matte finish is huge in doing that. Like it really brings out the dirt and the rust. I mean, look at that. You could see like the shine. See how the light like shimmers and glimmers off of his hood there? That's not happening on the matte one because, well, it's a matte finish. And yeah, that just also makes sense. I mean, he is an old Toyota pickup truck that really is not supposed to reflect the light like that. So I love this look, and it's something I was not expecting at all. You also have this very kind of almost clean looking gray bumper. I mean, it's got some dirt on there, but it looks new. Now, nope, it is super dirty, rusty, almost completely covered in whether it be dirt or rust, something. And yeah, just soak in the realism that this new Todd offers up. You also have a smaller grille there. See how it's kind of like half the size of the original one, and that looks better. It's a little longer too. Headlights are slightly changed, and you also have the dirt around them, whereas before the area immediately surrounding them was quite clean. Another difference is the side view mirrors are now like a rubbery plastic. You could really bend and move them around, whereas before they were just a very hard plastic. And like see these huge pieces that they like slotted in for that, kind of distracting. Here it's only like that side view mirror piece, like that gray piece is just inserted in. There's no yellow drop off below that creates for that awkward looking rectangle. So yeah, already really enjoying this. I think everything looks fantastic so far. You got the black fenders there, a little tail or a little light just ahead of them. Ooh, so the Pizza Planet truck or the like blimp up here is also kind of like a much more whimsical plastic. Like it is a hard plastic, but that red piece holding it in must be a little rubbery because it is bending. You could twist it all over the place. Before, you couldn't do that at all. Like it would just snap off if I applied much more pressure to it. And they made it even dirtier. I love how when they decided to re-release this guy from Thailand, like whoever, put it together, they're like, or like someone asked him like, that meme, how much dirt do you want to put on top? Like how dirty you want to make him? Mattel's just like, yes, more dirt, more dirt everywhere, more dirt. And that's exactly what they did. You got the Pizza Planet truck logo here on the doors. Look at the mud splatter. It says like delivery. It says something delivery on there. Delivery shuttle is what it says. Yeah, I can't even see that it says delivery. I mean, it's just so covered. And I don't know, do you canonize this as like the evolution of the Pizza Planet truck? I mean, a lot of years have gone on now. Is he just that much dirtier? Kind of makes sense, right? I'm really enjoying this. Is one of the best Thailand variants they've done in a long time. Just love how realistic everything looks. You got the black door handles there. I mean, it just looks way too glossy and I guess, I don't know, like cheapish. Replica-ish, you know? And I know that's what it is, but I don't know. Now, this canopy is still plastic, but it feels a little bit better quality. It does kind of have that matte finish as well. Much dirtier, you know, it goes without saying. And they did kind of change a little bit of the windows here. You could see that the like oval window is gray. And yeah, that honestly feels metal, but I'm pretty sure that's all plastic still, instead of the black window that they did on it there. See how the little window bar is unpainted? They did paint it before, like, or I guess it was just all black. They didn't paint it before, it was just black before. Now it's gray. There's that. Some other detailing on the back. He's just got black wheels. His wheels are always so boring. Got nothing going on there. Almost makes it look like it's unpainted, but that's how they're supposed to be. On the back, Thailand on the left, China on the right. Of course, the Yo is from Toyota because he is a Toyota truck. And yeah, I'd say that the Yo is a little thinner. It's not quite as crisp. Like the edges aren't as sharp as the Chinese version. But, you know, that's kind of how Thailand operates, and it looks good with the added dirt and grime. Does not have a license plate. The bumper's dirtier. Just an overall great job on this Thailand variant. Mattel, I think they're starting to realize some of their weaknesses, rather, and they're leaning into their strengths here. Like, this is one that they could really knock out of the park from Thailand, whereas some of those Piston Cup racers that require a lot of decal work are ones that are going to struggle from Thailand. Like even here, the one decal that they have, they're like just covered in mud. No one's going to notice that it might be a little blurry, right? They know what they're doing now. I think they're starting to kind of hone it in a little bit. We know our limits, and we're going to work within those to make the best things possible. This is a home run for me. If I were to grade him, I'd say like an A minus A, probably. Not an A plus. It's hard to get an A plus. And I can't compare a new release to like a re-release like this. They kind of operate in their own realms. Like I can't compare West Flanapis or Clutch Kringle to Todd the Pizza Planet truck because obviously those aren't brand new. But in terms of like Thailand variants of, you know, that we can compare to the Chinese versions, this is better than the Chinese version, I think, objectively almost. I mean, you guys tell me, what do you think? Which one is better in your opinion? I think it's really obvious to me. It is the Thailand version all day. Maybe you have a different opinion, so definitely share that in the comment section below. I'm just blown away. I think it looks fantastic. You can also kind of tell that they lifted up the blimp a little bit. See how higher, it's a little bit higher. Here the wing is kind of just resting on top of the canopy, whereas it's a little bit higher on the Thailand version. He's got blue eyes now instead of green, so there's that. Take it for what you will in terms of accuracy. He is a little bit heavier, it feels as well. Definitely slightly heavier, a couple grams. S28A is the date stamp, meaning he was produced during the 28th week of 2023 at the A factory in Thailand. Before, this is my original one, so that means he was made on the 149th day of 2009 at the EAA factory. And back in the day, they barely had to put anything on the base. Just Disney, Pixar, China, and the stamp. Didn't even have to tell you that Mattel made this. That's kind of crazy. Now they're like, yep, we got even state the country. See, they didn't even say like made in China, which is really wild. Now country, you got the product code, you got the address here, and copyright. All the good stuff. Times are changing. But yeah, he looks great. I'm so happy about it. And honestly, we could have predicted that he would have this matte finish because the Mini Racer has a matte finish or close to it. Now, my Mini Racer Todd has taken a beating. I don't know how this happened. You guys are going to have to let me know. You remember when I first unboxed this guy? I mean, maybe I don't even want to know, but I'm assuming that these chips are new since then. I mean, he's got one on the front bumper there. He's got one on the back bumper. He's just taking a beating. I do find it weird that the mini racer version of him has all these other decals. It has a license plate. It has several decals on the back window there, which would be really cool to have put on the 155 scale diecast. Like, we never see the back of Todd, so we don't know if that's really accurate, but I'm assuming it is. I mean, where else would they have pulled these from? Like, what the hell? Why aren't you putting them on the full scale version? I mean, you got cool little like frowny face there. 53 and then some red rectangle. So that's baffled me a little bit. This Todd's a happier Todd a little bit as well. I just hate though how the blimp is like literally melting. It literally looks like ice cream just melting into his roof. But what else are you going to do with the Mini? And then last but not least in terms of comparisons, here is the Chinese one, but the clean version from 2017. They did make a couple of the changes at this point in time. Like, you could see that they narrowed up and kind of lengthened the grill at this point. He did have a mouth plate though. You could see the crack right there. It just looks unnatural to see Todd so clean. I don't know. I don't like it. He's got a much chromer front bumper and side view mirrors there. Again, the eyes look better when you have the eyeliner. And yeah, his decals are perfectly clear. Delivery shuttle. Still got all the dents though. No license plate still. And they did raise up the blimp here as well. You could see that. Whereas before, it's resting down. He's got a completely brand new white canopy. Really wonder why they decided to release like a perfectly clean version of Todd. I feel like they could have done like the same version they did 3 years before that in 2014, and everyone would have been happy. No one would have batted an eye. No one would have questioned it. I wouldn't have. I would have been like, all right, cool, fine, whatever. Because they did do several other characters in the 2017 Cars 3 debut that didn't actually appear in Cars 3. Fan and Mini being an example of that. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comments which version of Todd is your favorite, clean, original, or the new one here from Thailand. The Disney Store version looks pretty sick as well, but I will be leaving that one in the package because, yeah, I think it's a good one to have in the package. They do a nice job of making these look presentable, so you don't really have to take them out of the package to enjoy them. I will say though, look at, they even added like windshield wipers onto that version. The Disney Store is always good for some surprises like that. But yeah, you guys let me know what you think about him in the comments below. I love, love, love this version of him. I will definitely say every day this is one of the better Thailand releases or Thailand variants they have done. I will see you guys next time for another video. Got a lot of fun stuff planned here. How about planned over the next couple days. Bye now.